Attention viewers, Nerd needs you to subscribe to his channel to help him reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You will obey or you will be exterminated.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to be discussing a big theory for Doctor Who Series 13 and what it could potentially mean for the future of the show. And to be more specifically, the future of the Chibnall era and for how it could affect Jodie Whittaker's regeneration of the 13th Doctor. And this is something that has been floating around on the internet for a little while now, even before Series 13, and that is that we could be dealing with the multiverse. And if you are confused of what the multiverse is, it is essentially a set of universes that have different consequences compared to each other, where different events have happened in different ways. And yeah, we could be finally see that multiverse being explored in Series 13 and in the 2022 specials. So with that being said, let's discuss on how the multiverse could even appear in Series 13 and what the consequences could be. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the comics. The latest 13th Doctor comics have had the 13th Doctor team up with the 10th Doctor. And yeah, it seems like a normal multi-Doctors, team up. But then things get interesting in the second season of their team up, where they meet a different version of Rose Tyler from a different universe. And this is a Rose Tyler that is more of a freedom fighter, and she has a lot of use for guns, and she is completely different to the Rose Tyler that we grew up watching on the TV show. And it's very apparent to the Doctor as well that she is completely different, and she ends up kind of having an open end, let's just say that, for a story. And we are going to see Rose Tyler, or a new version of Rose Tyler. I think it's confirmed that this is probably going to be the one from the comics, maybe, the previous comics, in a new series of comics that we previously discussed on the channel, where we are going to be seeing the 8th and 11th Doctors crossover, and they are going to be facing this Rose Tyler, who is the Bad Wolf Empress. So we are going to see a different variant of Rose Tyler. So yeah, all this talk of variants and different universes, it's starting to add up. But you may be like, Nerd Den, no, hang on a minute, hang on. This doesn't impact the show. The comics never really interfere. But that is up until they announced, in my last video anyway, when I covered it, that this latest Titan Comics comic will indeed have a character that will, a brand new character that will feature in Series 13. So, with the comic that is dealing with different universes and different variants of characters that we've grown to love, how will this impact Series 13? Well, this is where things get interesting. Because in the press release for John Bishop being cast as Dan, we were told that, they would be exploring many universes in Series 13. So, yeah, we won't just be sticking to the main universe, we will be going to different universes altogether. So, yeah, some big changes, and we'll be going to various parallel universes where things might be different. So, now I've kind of laid down the evidence on what this could mean for the TV show, in terms of meeting characters from different universes. Let's talk about, let's go into what it could actually mean, without counting the comics into it. So now we've discussed that. Let's talk about Gallifrey. Because Gallifrey, obviously the Time Lords, they're at the centre of time itself. You know, they have knowledge of all universes and everything like that. Well, maybe, just maybe, because the Timeless Child is a big, and I repeat, a big change to Doctor Who lore. There is no denying that. Perhaps the Timeless Child is an incarnation of the Doctor, or a different variant of a Doctor from a different universe. Yeah, this Doctor is from a different universe. Perhaps it's Gallifrey from a different perspective, where instead of just Rassilon and Omega, there was a third party that was Tecteun, and this explorer essentially, found this child and then experimented on her, and that's how the Time Lords were created. This one would be very interesting to explore because, yeah, like, people thinking, oh no, this has ruined Doctor Who, it necessarily wouldn't. It would be a little bit disappointing that it would be a little bit of a retcon like that, but we would have a parallel version of this Doctor, and it would kind of explain the existence of the Fugitive Doctor played by Jo Martin, because her Doctor is heavily implied to be set before the first Doctor, who was the first Doctor, he was the first Doctor to have a TARDIS that had a broken chameleon circuit. So once he left Earth in 1963, it never changed its exterior. So it was completely stuck as a police box. It wouldn't change, and that was that. But the Roof Doctor already has a TARDIS. So a TARDIS that has a police box exterior. So it just makes me think. It makes me think, are we meeting parallel versions of the Doctor? Is that what the Timeless Child is? Is that what it could mean? The Timeless Child is because there are timeless versions of the Doctor scattered throughout different universes, maybe, and that's what the name is. And one of them is a never-ending cycle of regenerations of the Doctor. Maybe. I don't know. Like, that one is a little bit of a mystery, but I do think the multiverse will be playing a big role in Series 13. So we might even, perhaps the rumours of Donna return, and we could see a different variant of Donna appear as part of like the Series 13 multiverse being explored. And perhaps the entire story arc for Series 13, we've got returning villains such as the Sontarans and the Weeping Angels. Maybe they're from different universe, and that's why they look, well, the Sontarans look slightly different. It might explain the redesign. And the Weeping Angels, maybe they act different, maybe their goals are different, or something like that, whilst keeping like the core aspects the same, but the outline and everything is different. If I'm still making sense, I hope I am, but yeah, essentially the multiverse can have a big impact for Series 13, especially when it comes to Time Lords. And that might be where the Division comes in. Perhaps the Division were created to kind of monitor the multiverse, and similar to what the Loki series did with the TVA, perhaps the Division hired this timeless child Doctor to kind of go exploring and perhaps collect data from different universes and kind of establish this variant of Gallifrey as the dominant variant, perhaps. And this led to, the Doctor realising that they were kind of like a pawn to Gallifrey, and the Fugitive Doctor simply escaped to Earth. And that Earth happened to be the main universe Earth, and that is how she met Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. And then, boom. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of Series 13, a multiverse is very likely, and I tried my best to explain it, how it could work and how it could have an impact. I've probably explained it really terrible, but there we go. It's a very not very edited, but yeah, I've tried my best to kind of get my thoughts across and how a multiverse could work. So yeah, with that being said, I am going to wrap up this video here. If you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for more nerdy content, as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this theory, let me know what you enjoyed. Do you think it's likely? And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.